students, welcome to the science class. In last session, under the chapter of the living organisms characteristics and habitats, we discussed about some of the different types of the habitats and the habitats containing biotic factors and abiotic factors, and how the organisms are going to be changes its characters, their characters according to the biotic things and also according to the abiotic things. So in today's session we are going to discuss some of the habitats which are present on the earth surface, different types of the habitats. First I am considering the habitat, it is nothing but the desert. 9.3 a journey through different habitats. Some terrestrial habitats, under that first one it is deserts. As I already told, what are meant by the habitats? Habitats are nothing but the dwelling place or a living place of the living organisms are called it as habitats. So first under that the deserts. We discussed the abiotic factors of a desert and the adaptations in camels. What about other animals and plants that are found in deserts? Do they have the same kind of adaptations? Yes, as we already discussed, the sum of the adaptations which are present in the camel to adjust the habitat called a desert. But what are the adaptations are present in other living organisms like plants and other living things which are present in the deserts? That will be seen now. There are deserts animals like rats and snakes which do not have a long legs that a camel has. In the deserts we are going to see some of the rats and the snakes which doesn't has the long legs like the camels, but even though they are living in the deserts, how they are living? What about other animals which do not have a long legs that a camel has? To stay away from the intense heat during the day, they stay in the burrows deep in the sand. These animals come out only during the night when it is cooler. But as we know already, the rats and the snakes, they doesn't has the long legs like the camel. But even though they are living in the deserts, how they are living during the daytime to protect their body from the intensive heat which is produced by the earth surface, they are going to dig the big holes inside the earth surface and they are going to live inside that holes during the day, and during the night only they come out from the holes, because during the night in the desert very cool environment is present, that's why they come out of the hole. Figure 9.5 shows some typical plants that grow in desert. How are these adapted to the deserts? But as we discussed already, the camel has the adaptations like a long legs, flat footed, and also it has the capacity to store water. And the another living organisms are nothing but other animals like rats and the snakes. The rats and snakes are going to make a big hole inside the earth surface to live inside the earth during the daytime. But what about the plants which are present in the deserts? What are the adaptations are present in that plants which are present in the deserts? That we will see now. Activity 3. Bring a potted cactus and a leafy plant to the classroom. Tie a polythene bags to some plants of the two plants as was done for activity 4 in chapter 7, where we studied transpiration in plants. Leave the potted plants in the sun and observe after a few hours. What do you see? Do you notice any difference in the amount of water collected in the two polythene bags? So you have to take two pots. In a one pot the cactus plant is present. You have to take a cactus plant, and another pot you have to take another different plant, and you have to tie a bag, plastic bag, on the plants, both the plants, and you have to place both the pots in a sunlight for a few minutes. After few minutes we are going to see, due to the transpiration, the amount of the water will be released in the polythene bags, we are going to see drops of the waters are present in the polythene bags. But when we are going to collect all the water drops which are present in the polythene bags, which pot has a more water and why? So when we are going to see this activity, the plant, other plant, not a cactus plant, any other plant which we are going to take, it produces a more water, but the cactus plants doesn't transpirate more water. It is the one of the adaptation which is present in the cactus plant. Why? Because the cactus plants are always grow in the deserts. In the deserts, we don't have the sufficient amount of the water. Therefore, they utilize the water which is present in the deserts for their growth. So, they doesn't lose, doesn't lost its water, it doesn't waste the water, isn't it? So, one of the adaptation which is present in the plants which is present in the deserts, the transpiration rate is very low. It is one of the adaptation. Desert plants lose very little water through transpiration. The leaves in the desert plants are either absent or very small, or they are in the form of spines. So, when you are going to see the leaves which are present in the plants which are present in the deserts, they are not very small. Even when we are going to see the leaves of the plants which are present in the deserts, they don't have the leaves. And also if they are present like the spines, if the leaves are present, they are just like the spines, nail-like structures. These spines helps in reducing loss of water from the leaves through the transpiration. The spines which are present on the leaves, that will be helpful to reduce the transpiration rate in that cactus plant. Therefore, it is one of the adaptation which we are going to see in the plants which the plants are present in the deserts. So, the deserts are having the small spine-like structure. The spines nothing but the nails-like structure. Isn't it? So, why they are present? They doesn't lose the water in the process of transpiration. The leaf-like structure you see in the cactus is in fact its steam photosynthesis in these plants is usually carried out by the stems. So, but as we discussed already, the main important procedure which we are going to see in the plants is nothing but the photosynthesis. The photosynthesis is only going to be done in the leaves of the plants. But in the leaves of the plants which are present in the deserts, we are going to see the spines, how the photosynthesis process will be happens in the cactus plants. So, in such a type of the plants, the photosynthesis process will be done by the stems, not by the leaves. I got understood. It is the second adaptation which we are going to see in the plants which they are present in the deserts. The stem is also covered with a thick waxy layer which helps to retain water in the tissue cacti. So, the stem of the cactus plant, it is covered with a thick waxy substance, waxy like oily like substance which helps to reduce the loss of the water from the stem. Most desert plants have roots that go very deep into the soil for absorbing water. And the another one adaptation which we are going to see in the plants which are present in the deserts, the plants which are in the deserts, they almost have a long roots. They go very deeper inside the earth to absorb the large amount of the water. So, it is one of the adaptation which we are going to see in the plants which are present in the deserts. Then next, mountain region. These are all about the plants which has the adaptations which are present in the deserts. That are nothing but long roots. One, it is the long roots, and another one is spines are present. Spines are present, low transpiration rate, and low transpiration rate, long roots, spines, low transpiration rate, and photosynthesis is carried by stems. Photosynthesis is carried by stems. These are the main adaptations we are going to see in the plants which they are present in the deserts. So now I am considering the second habitat, that is nothing but mountain region. Mountain region. These habitats are normally very cold and windy. In some areas, snowfall may take place in winters. So these habitats that are mountain region, these habitats are normally very cold and windy. So large amount of the wind will be present at that places because they are somewhat high from the earth's surface. Therefore the speed of the wind is somewhat speed at that places. And if in some areas, sometimes in the winter season, snowfall will also occurs due to the speed of the wind. As the speed of the wind increases, the coldness of the environment increases, that causes the snowfall in the winter season. There is a large variety of plants and animals living in the mountain regions. Have you seen the kind of trees as shown in figure? So in the mountain regions, we are going to see different types of the animals and plants are present. So some of the plants which are present in that mountain region are given in your textbook. That's see. If you have in a mountain region or have visited one, you may have seen a large number of such trees, but have you ever noticed such a trees naturally growing in the other region? So if you are visited the mountain region, you are going to see the different types of the plants or different types of the trees which are present in that mountain region. They doesn't present in any other regions. Why? Because they are adapted to that condition. How are these trees adapted to the conditions prevailing in their habitat? These trees are normally cone shaped and have sloping branches. See, these trees are normally cone shaped. These trees are normally cone shaped, and the branches are what types of the branches are present here? These trees are normally cone shaped, have a sloping branches. The branches are somewhat slopy here. Why the branches are slopy? So why the adaptations will becomes in these trees? Because as I told already, these areas in the winter season, snowfall will becomes. At the time of the snowfall, when the snowfall will be falls, that will be slope, that will be fall away. That will be fall to the earth's surface with the help of the slopy surfaces of the trees. Is it clear? If it is like this other trees, what happens? If the trees are present like this in this habitat, what happens? The snowfall will be falls on the trees, and it affects on the tree, and it doesn't perform its photosynthesis due to the lack of the sunlight. All the part of the tree will be covered with the snowfall, and even a single ray of light doesn't reaches the plant. At that condition, as we know already, for the photosynthesis process we must need the ray of sunlight, that is sunlight. So it doesn't touch the tree, then photosynthesis will be not occurred. If the photosynthesis will be not occurred, then the plant will automatically die, isn't it? So like that, the plants which are present in the mountain region, they are adopted their shape like a cone shaped, and their branches are adjusted like the slopy. I got understood? They are adjusted like a slopy. Next, the leaves of some of these trees are needle-like. This helps the rainwater and snow to slide off easily. See, the leaves which are present in these plants are like the leaves of some of these trees are needle-like. The leaves which are present in these trees are just a needle-like structure. They have a needle-like structure, and this is helpful to fall the snow and the water rain easily to the earth's surface. There could be the trees with the shapes very different from these that are also present in the mountains. They may have a different kind of adaptations to survive on the mountains. Animals living in the mountain regions are also adapted to the conditions. They have a thick skin or a fur to protect from the cold. So these are adaptations which we are going to see in the plants, but the animals which are present in the mountain region, they are also having some of the adaptations. For example, to protect their body from the cold, they have a long thick hairs that are called as a fur. The fur protects the animal's body which are present in the mountain region from the cold. For example, ants have a long hair to keep them warm. Snow leopard has a thick fur on its body, including feet and toes. This protects it from the cold when it walks on the snow. The mountain goat has a strong hooves for running up the rocky slopes of the mountain. So these are all the important adaptations which we are going to see. In the yak, the long hairs are present, and also in the leopard, we are going to see the long hairs, that is fur is present from the feet towards all part of the body. So it protects the body of the leopard from the very cold condition. As we go up in the mountain region, the surroundings changes and we see different kinds of the adaptations at different heights. Next one, it is grassland. So as we move higher region in the mountains, the environmental condition also changes, and the adaptations of the plants are also changes. So next one, it is the grasslands. Another one habitat I am going to discuss here. Third one, it is grasslands. Grasslands. A lion lives in a forest or a grassland and is a strong animal that can hunt and kill animals like deer. It is a light brown in color. Look at the picture of a lion, that of a deer. How are the eyes placed in the face of these two animals? Are they in front of or on the side of the face? Lions have a long claws in their front legs that can be withdrawn inside the toes. See here, we have to clearly observe the body parts which are present in the animals, are present in the grasslands. So the lion is also present in the grassland and a deer is also present in the grassland. Is it clear? And you have to clearly observe here the running speed of the both two animals. Lion is also having somewhat speed and the deer is also having somewhat speed. Deer having the speed greater than the lion here. So to save his body or to save his life, the deer must be run very fastly than the lion, isn't it? And also you have to observe very clearly the eyes of the both two animals, eyes of the lion and eyes of the deer, where they are going to present. And also the long nails are present in the lion body, in the lion legs, which is helpful to drag the meat, or to kill the other animal to get the food for lion. Do the features of a lion help in any way to survive? It is a light brown color, helps it to hide in a dry grasslands when it hunts for a prey. So the dry green color which is present on the lion body, helps to hide in a grassy land. So lions are going to hide in a grassy land to hunt their prey. Prey means its food. I am considering here deer. So why? Because deers are having very high fast running. If the deers are going to see the lion, they didn't get to the lion. Therefore, the lion is going to hide inside the grassland with the help of its color. And when the deer comes to near the lion, it is going to hunt that deer. Isn't it like that? The eyes in the front of the face allow to have a correct idea about the location of its prey. A deer is another animal that lives in the forest and grasslands. It has a strong teeth for chewing hard plant stems of the forest. A deer needs to know about the presence of predator. The predator, it is nothing but the tiger. Predator means the animal which is going to eat the prey, that is called it as the predator. in order to run away from them and not become their prey. It has a long ears to hear movements of the predator. So you have to clearly see here, to hear the movement of the predators, deer have. Predators mean the lions or the tigers. The deer have the long ears to hear the body movements of the predators. The eyes on the side of its head allow it to look in all directions for a danger. The speed of the deer helps to run away from the predators. There are many other features of a lion, a deer, or other animals and plants that help them to survive in their habitat. So, like that, the animals and the plants which are present in the grasslands, they are going to have their own habitats. They adopt their own adaptations, like the eyes. The eyes are present at the both side of the deer, so that will be helpful for the deer to see its predators like tigers and lions, and it need to survive. All the adaptations which are present in their body, that will be helpful to survive in the grasslands. Next, I am going to consider some aquatic habitats. These are all present on the earth's surface. They are called as a terrestrial habitats. Now I am going to consider aquatic habitats. Aquatic habitats means habitats which are present under the water. Another one, the first one, it is oceans. We already discussed how fishes are adapted to live in the sea. Many other sea animals have streamlined bodies to help them move easily in water. As we discussed already, the adaptations which are present in the animal body, we are discussed which are present in the water. They have a streamlined body structure, fins, isn't it, and also gills. That the main adaptations which we are going to present in the animals which are present under the water. So there are some sea animals like squids and octopus which do not have this streamlined shape. They stay deeper in the ocean near the seabed and catch any prey that moves towards them. However, when they move in water, they make their body shapes streamlined. These animals have gills to help them use oxygen dissolved in water. So some of the animals which are present under the sea, they don't have the streamlined body structure. But even though they are present in the sea, how they are going to walk? But when they are walking, when they are try to move from one place to the other place, they convert their body structure into the streamlined position. And also they have the gills which is helpful for respire.